Hello, friends. I told you I'd see you back here tomorrow. Today, we are doing lesson 18 for phonics, so let's get busy. All right, present mode there. Lesson 18. So our learning targets today, I can find and read different vowel spellings using my individual code chart. Well, guess what? We don't have that, do we? I can identify different spellings for the ng sound, spelled with ng. I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story, Grace the Performer. So speedy sound hunt. Let's review vowel spellings we've learned so far with our individual code charts. Well, we don't have code charts, do we? And it says we're going to review vowel spellings you've already learned by having a race using these. So we can do that. So let's see here. Let's start. What sound is this? Repeat that. And it's spelled with an ER. And notice that power bar is kind of big. And you hear with her. R. And that is AR as in car. And that power bar is long. We have or as in for. Notice that power bar. It's kind of long too, isn't it? Soon. You have the ooh sound. Repeat that ooh. Notice that power bar though. It's not as long, is it? You have as in look. That power bar is just a little bit longer, but not that much. We have ow. Repeat that. It's spelled like shout. That power bar is a little bit longer, so you would see the spellings for that. Oi. Repeat that sound. Oi, like oil. That power bar's about halfway. You might see these a lot more than others. Ah, as in paw. Repeat that sound. Ah. That power bar is small. So we have r, oi, or, ow, ah. So today we're going to work with the ng sound today. So repeat that sound. Ng. That power bar is long. It's the same spelling you would hear in sing. And this is a consonant sound, okay? So place that ing up in the air. Make an N and then G beside it. Now say it. Ing. All right. So let's look at 18.1 sheet there. All right. Our spellings for ing. We have ing as in sing, and we have pink as in n. Notice the power for n as in pink is really small, isn't it? But ing as in sing, that is a large power bar. Okay. So our new spelling alternative for the ng sound is pink. So repeat that sound. N. N. Like pink, think. This is also a consonant sound. So trace that n up in the air. Good. All right. So whenever the n spelling for the ng sound appears on a worksheet or in a story for the next few lessons, it will be printed in darker, bolder ink to remind you that these letters stand for the n sound. Sing and long, spelled with ng. We have pink and think, spelled with an N. So there's our spelling tree. We don't have that, but we look at these right here. So the ng sound, we have sing, ring, wrong, finger, and thing. For the n sound, we have bank, pink, think, and blanket. So today we are going to read a new story, Grace the Performer. Today's story talks about a time Grace performed before an audience. Performance, audience, that means somebody stands in front of a group of people and sings or dances. Let's preview spellings. So we have N spelled with NG, like honks, clunk, and thinks. We have W spelled with WH, like white and whoops. We also have N spelled with KN for knee. And then we have multisyllable words like perform and performer. So let's look at some vocabulary. We have perform. What's perform mean? Perform means to give a show of some kind for an audience. Mime, that's where someone does not talk but does silly things to make people laugh. We have mute, that means silent, not speaking. We have act, we have a performance. Stands, which is where people sit to watch a show or performance. Stands. Now notice stands, you would have thought that stands meant just standing up, right? But stands in this case was meaning like place where you would sit like in a football game or a concert, you would sit in those seats and those are called stands. All right, so today we're going to read this story and hear all about Grace's performance as a mime. So let's get started over here with our story. Grace the Performer. Grace jumps out of bed and gets dressed. She slips on striped knee socks, green pants, and a green top. Next, Grace, she gets out her makeup. She rubs some white makeup on her face. Then she gets out red lipstick for her lips. She slips on a wig and pins a hat to the wig. The last thing she adds is a big red nose. Grace is getting dressed up to be a mime. There are lots of fun things to do at the park this week. Today, Grace will perform for lots of children. Her job will be to make all the children in the tent at the park smile. But she can't tell jokes. Mimes do not tell jokes. In fact, mimes do not use words at all. They have to keep mute at all times. That is what makes the job a hard one. But that is what makes it fun, too. I don't think I could be quite like that. There she is, dressed up. Grace starts off with a bike trick. She sets up a bunch of cups, then she jumps them with her bike. The children cheer and Grace honks her bike horn. Next, Grace grabs a rose and waves it at the children in the stand. Oops, it's a thick rose with a hose in it. Some of the children get wet. And at the end of the act, Grace gets up on a rope. She takes 3 steps on the rope, then she acts like she's slipping. Whoops! Grace slips and lands sitting on the ground with a clunk and a thump. But it is all part of the act. Grace has a big soft pad roped to her back. The children cheer. They like the mime and her act. Mom, Dad, and Jill are sitting in the stands too. They clap and yell the loudest of all. Grace smiles and waves. She thinks it's fun to be a mime and perform. And there she is. Okie dokie. Let's get rid of this again and go back here. All right, so some discussion questions. Describe what Grace wears when she performs as a mime. So remember what she wore? She wore a green top, green bottoms, and striped socks, didn't she? What makes the job of a mime hard? What can't you do? You can't talk. Compare and contrast 3 parts of Grace's act. How does Grace make the audience smile and laugh each time? Well, what does she do to make them smile and laugh? She rides her bike, right? Then she rides her bike over some cups. And then she gets on a rope, doesn't she? Yes. All right. It says we've got 18.2 to take home. And if you look at 18.2, it is the visit. And that is just a reread where you can practice reading that story again. All right. Okay, our learning targets today. I can find and read different vowel spellings using my individual code chart, which we don't have. I can identify different spellings for the ng sound, and I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story, Grace the Performer. All righty. All right, guys, that is the end of this lesson. I will see you back here later. Bye, friends.